to?
I don't know, wherever I end up, I guess.
Well, I wish I was you.
Really?
Backwards here. So it's my first night camping out here on this trip. I'm in North Dakota, and it's probably like an hour before dark. Beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous day, probably 65, and the sky is gorgeous. I'm going to turn the phone around here in a second, show you the spot that I found, and show you the sky. What a gorgeous sunset. So there's a cornfield. Little deer trail. I pushed the scooter back here. I'm gonna camp back in this little pocket. How's that sound, wavy? There's a piece of old farm equipment back here. Is that like a thresher? One of the cool things about camping this early in the year is there's no bugs. I'm not even going to put my tent up tonight. It's probably still 60 degrees and it's not going to rain, so, and no bugs. So we're just going to camp out under the trees and under the stars tonight. I don't know if you can hear this, guys, but I think there's a really slow moving tractor coming down the dirt road next to the spot here where I camped last night, and I'm hoping I'm hidden well enough. What do you think, Wavy? We'll see. We'll watch it go by here. Well, he might be out in the field. I don't think he's on the road. He's on the field. There it is. coming through the side of the Badlands here in North Dakota on Route 22 north, heading towards Canada. And I saw what was probably an abandoned house. And I can't resist checking out an abandoned house. Let's go take a look. People often ask me, how do you know it's an abandoned house? Well, it's usually pretty obvious that no one's living in it. And yes, they usually do have an owner of some sort, even if it's like a neighboring farm that annexed the land or something like that. But I never take anything. I leave everything exactly how I find it. So I kind of feel like it's a pretty harmless thing. If someone did leave looks like a fairly decent four-wheeler. Let's go check it out. Oh, oh. Hopefully I won't fall through the floor like I did at that other place a couple of years ago. That was fun. Maybe. This one isn't really too interesting. It does have a nice view though. Cool. Dare I go down in the basement? Wavy, are you going down? There's some crutches in case I break my leg. And I have a way out. Huh. Let's check out a couple of these records. They're in pretty bad shape, guys. Well, there's nothing too exceptional about that one. Kind of a nice little pit stop, though. Probably was a neat house at one time. Alright guys, I'm going to show you where I found a camp tonight. I think this is going to be an okay spot. I am on the Missouri River. They call it the Sacagawea Lake, or Sacagawea Lake up here. It's an Indian reservation as far as I can tell. I came down to the end of this long little two-track road till it turns into wildlife management, and the sign says that it's for public use, but it does say no motorized vehicles past a certain point. So what I did is I unloaded my scooter and I pushed it. I actually had to lay it on its side and kind of pull it underneath the fence. I'll show you here in a minute, but I wheeled it back to this spot. Let me show you. What are you doing? What are you doing? What you doing?